out there. Welcome back to my channel. I see you all. And that's part of what I want to talk about today. As some of you know, and most of you will know eventually, I am transgender, and that that has brought me a lot of challenges in my life. But it's also brought me a lot of lessons, and one of the biggest ones is one that I don't think a lot of people, even in the community, have learned or really take to heart when they need it the most. And that is just to remember that transition is not about your body. Gender is not about your body. You are not obligated to change anything about your physical appearance to transition. It has nothing to do with it. If you feel more comfortable, well, then you can modify whatever you want and whatever you have accesses to do safely. But you are not obligated to medically transition to be transgender, to have your identity recognized, to be valid. You are the only person who decides what your body means. If you want to rock a beautiful pink frilly dress and still make everyone respect your he him pronouns, you are absolutely allowed and absolutely beautiful to do so. The same thing on the other end of the spectrum. If you want to rock like nothing but leather jackets, jeans, and suits, and you still are rocking the she her pronouns, totally cool. If you want to dress somewhere in between, if you want to wear both, neither, and have your own complete style and still use not they them, but he her, she him, whatever makes you comfortable, that is fine. I went through a lot of struggles over what to do with my body. For one thing, I kept myself from dating because I knew I wasn't a lesbian and I didn't feel like I had an appropriate body to present to my girlfriend. And that, it didn't hurt me as much as other things that went on, but it definitely, later in life, it really felt like I had missed out on something or I didn't step up to the challenge, and I've let that go. But it's something that I really want to reiterate for young trans people, and not only just young in age, but just like new to discovering their identity. I really want them to remember that your body is simply a display to help us understand who you are on the inside, see it represented on the outside, and that representation does not have to be what anyone expects. As long as it's what makes you feel comfortable, that is perfectly valid and absolutely the right way to go. And that's something that needs to be understood not only for the trans people and for the allies who support them, but also for the future so that we can really debunk the toxicity that occurs in our society around gender, so that we can let go of our expectations of gender. And with the expectations gone, we can actually release ourselves from that toxicity because we're allowing people to just be people, and whoever feels called to express things about their gender, to have a gender in the first place, they can be free to do so without stigma, without judgment, without bias, because it'll just slowly but surely be phased out of everyone's mind, because it won't matter as much because it won't be such a politicized issue. It'll just be part of who we are that sometimes we want to talk about. And that's what I wanted to leave you guys with today. And just remember, you are valid and beautiful at every stage of your transition, no matter what anyone says. You are exactly who you need to be, and you can do or not do whatever you need to to make yourself comfortable in the body that you have. And whether you modify your body or you don't, you are still valid and still your gender identity at every stage of that modification or lack thereof. You are valid, you are beautiful, and there are people who support you, including myself, including organizations that I work for, including support groups online, and I will eventually add them to the description. Right now, I just need to get a video up before I lose momentum because that's something I struggle with in my mental health. But anyway, keep going. Keep focusing on the love that you have for yourself and the love that other people are showing you, and you will get through whatever ignorance is coming from within or without, and just be free. You got this. Alright, I'll see you guys next time. Take care.